Radian router bits are cool. I'm not endorsed, but if they want to watch this and send me free stuff, I would happily accept lots of free stuff from them. Now I know I said that the pickup would fit in a standard humbucker route, but I looked and I measured it and it's a bit slimmer, and so there'd be a gap around it because I'm not planning on using a pickup ring. So to get around that, I've made a new template for the deck bucker. I should call it an alumitone or just a lace pickup, but deck bucker sounds cooler, so I'm sticking with that. So I've made a new template for that. The problem is the top of the body is radiused, so I've had to have a bit of a puzzle over how I can mount this template to the body and keep it flat. So to do that, I've used masking tape and super glue to attach a couple of pieces of thin MDF onto the top of the body, and then using a combination of a plane and a levelling beam with some, I think that's 80 grit, I've just been getting this nice and level. So I'm just going to finish off doing that now, and then we should be ready to route the pickup. And then it'll look even cooler. That is in the right place. So what I need to do now is attach this to these, which these are attached to the body with masking tape and super glue, and this is going to attach to these with masking tape and super glue. So it's a really good job that masking tape and super glue is pretty bloody strong. But I'm just going to mark out where things are going to sit. It was bin day today. People are putting bins away. Ziggy doesn't like it. I'm going to mark out where these sit so I can get the angle right. And there we have it. So now I just need a router. But I also need to feed the dogs. Well, I was going to ignore myself and do it anyway, but I'm pretty sure I mentioned in a previous video that my router bit was on its way out. I've just looked at it and it's completely burned out. So I've just ordered a new one from Radian Tools because I like them. So it might be like 2 days before I do this, possibly 3. So the bridge style that I've done means that this is going to be a string through body, and I need to drill holes for the string ferrules and the channels that run straight through the entire thickness of the body for the strings to go through. It's quite a scary prospect because they have to line up and they have to meet, and the ferrules have to be in a straight line and equally spaced. This is actually the first time I've ever done individual ferrules. I normally do a block which has got the holes pre-drilled, but there's no time like the present to do it. I've transferred the measurements from the top, which line up with all my holes here, onto the back. So I started out, I drew the taper of the neck, then I measured from the nut to where the holes were, and then I double checked everything by measuring from the back end of the guitar and from various different reference points. So I'm pretty certain that I've got them here. I then measured the spacing, which is 54mm, and I've marked that on here, and now all I need to do is mark the holes and then take this over to the drill press. I'm going to do this now whilst I've still got the flat plate that I made for my pickup template, which I haven't routed yet because I'm still waiting for the router bit. But that means that when I put this on a flat base, the guitar will sit perfectly level, which is what I need. I don't want any wobble when I've got a nice solid bed. So these ferrules are 8mm across and 10mm deep. I think what I'm going to do is drill them slightly deeper because they don't have a flare or a lip at the top, so they just sit flush with wherever you put them. I think I'll drill them 1mm or so deeper on the sides, which will be ever so slightly deeper in the middle because of the radius, and then I'll just round over the wood so it looks nicer. But now I need to take this to the drill press and do some maths over there and set my depth stop. But I need an 8mm drill bit. So whilst I was at the drill press, I also got the 3mm drill bit and I drilled my full string through holes. So now I just need to see how well they line up. Going to say it's through preparation and skill, sheer like vast amounts of skill, but we all know it's pure fluke. They line up perfectly. Yeah. And the holes on the back look fairly equally spaced to me and are pretty even and straight. They look pretty damn good. I'm happy with that. I'm not going to put the ferrules in yet because I don't want them to get stuck before I've done everything I need to do on this. I may still need to just touch up these holes and make them a touch deeper, but I'll know that when I've done my final sanding. As it stands, they'll go into here and they'll be between 0.5 millimetre and just over 1 millimetre of wood above them, which I'll round over slightly and I'll just make a nice smooth clean back. I need to route the pickup. Radian have sent me my new router bit, which I'm now going to use to cut the pickup pocket template hole cavity thing. It's really nice. Where's my router? I'm going to use the little Makita because I can and I like it. If anyone's thinking about a smaller router for kind of more manageable tasks where the big plunge router's a little bit too much, the little Makita kind of laminate trimmer is really good. It comes with kind of a selection of bases and I use it for lots of things around the body mainly, so I'll do a lot of the kind of smaller cavities and roundovers and things with it because it's a little bit less bulky and unpleasant to use. So I've got that set to cut a couple of millimetres. I just need to switch it on. Plugging it in might help as well. now, because the alumitone pickups have got very square corners, is to just use a chisel and square up the corners of this cavity a little bit.